Good afternoon, everybody.
Hello.
Hey, looks like everybody almost made it.
Good to see you guys.
Good to see you too.
So it seems like every Washington Mojo is releasing a new Snapchat. But this latest
Wow, a lot of people's joining. Holy moly.
Of course, a lot of people are joining.
Where's the video on?
Like
About
this.
half of us.
It's great.
About half of us are missing video.
Wow.
Yeah, they got their names. That's cool.
My mom's name is on here. I don't know why.
Hey, it had last name, so I was able to admit you.
You let my mom's name on here?
Yeah, parents can come too. I posted it on Bloom, so.
Wow. No wonder my mom's at Peggy's right now. He's not that far away.
That's
He
cool.
doesn't live that far away.
All right, we got 18 people on time. Way to be on time, everyone.
19 now.
Always on time.
Yeah, I said 18 because I didn't count myself. Ooh, we got somebody named Adrian. Let's see who that is.
Oh gosh.
That's Noah using his brother's.
Oh, it's Noah.
Ah, got it. I was gonna say I had Adrian, just not this year. Thank you, thank you.
Welcome.
Welcome,
Oh,
everyone.
and my earphones is in, so you can't hear what's going on the outside.
Oh, cool. Well, and I'll mute everybody when I get started. Just for now, wanted to let everybody talk if they want to.
Yeah, almost everybody is here. Even Addison's here.
It is good, guys.
Excellent. Oh,
Well, I
the
can't make
kitty.
it on Tuesday, so.
Oh, well, I'm glad I
Hey.
switched it to Thursday.
Good.
So we got Miss Berg on Monday, me on Thursday, Brennan on Friday.
Oh, Monday I can't see him, and Thursday, you said?
Mhm.
Uh,
Nigel, you had your hand up?
As far as I know, there never was one on Tuesdays.
Yeah, when did I do it before I switched? Oh, yeah, I was doing it on
Wednesday at 11, which is now library.
Yeah, library, and we have staff meetings that day.
So this week it
Wednesdays got
was
taken.
Math Monday, library Wednesday. This week it was choir and science today, though next week choir is on Friday.
Cool.
And then I thought math was tomorrow and ELA was.
I can't make it to choir, so.
Oh, that's too bad.
Well, I have to go to my mom's friend's house that I known them for like 13 years. One of them was 2, and they know me when I was a baby. So I known them for 13 years.
Cool.
None of us are that old.
Yeah, some of us are.
12.
Some are, yeah.
No,
yeah.
I known
Well,
Luke.
you
I
are.
known Luke when he was 2. I known Chevy and Cadence when they were. No.
The oldest
Cadence was
student here
3 and Chevy was 2.
Is that Tyler Reason?
What?
Yep, that's Tyler.
Oh, Anya's here. Wow.
And I brought some of my friends from class because I was missing them. So I got the Flash. I've got Batman. Got Wolverine. Ooh. I used to love the Hulk when I was a kid.
Looks pretty great.
These
Yeah.
are like very new headphones that I have.
Yeah, headphones are really nice. Especially block out the sound and then you can
They are
hear me well.
very brand new. Hey, why is Carter's screen black? I mean
Cody's
red.
all red.
Yeah,
That could be his thumb.
that could be.
Red thumb.
Yeah, like putting his thumb up there. Like
You guys
that.
like my kitty?
Yes.
Yes.
My cats hate me.
Hey, wait, I gotta show you guys something.
They refuse to come near me.
Guys, I'm gonna show you guys something.
Come on. What's he gonna bring? Is it food?
Wait, okay, now, okay, I'm back. This used to be my dog. She's in here.
Oh wow, the ashes?
Yeah, she died
Aw.
because my grandpa accidentally ran her over.
Aw.
Oh,
Well,
that's
that's awful.
sad.
Well, I have Titan left.
Eee.
My uncle's dog.
Poor puppy.
Yeah.
No, she wasn't a puppy. She was like 1 year older than me.
Oh.
13 years old.
Oh,
Wow.
that's an old
Wow.
dog.
All right.
Hey,
Well,
I
I'm
don't-
going to get this show on the road.
Oh, so are we doing a pair deck?
Oh yeah. I
Do I have to mine us out of here?
no. What you do is up at the top, you're going to see view options. If you click, you can exit full screen, because what you're going to need to do is exit full screen, open up a new tab, and then you can go back and forth between the Pear Deck and the Zoom when I show answers. And I'll let you know when I'm showing answers so you can go back to Zoom and see what everybody got. It's just a nice way to interact instead of just sit and listen to me talking. Which, you know, I'm still going to be talking, but hey, at least you get to do something. All right, we got 1 student in, 2 students in. Excellent. And if I'm looking down, it's because I've got my iPad so I can track what's going on. All right, we got 10 students connected, and we currently have 25 participants. That's 24 minus me. And I'm going to put the code in the chat room in case you get kicked out of Pear Deck and you can't see it, or in case I get rid of the join code and you're like, I haven't joined yet. So we've got Pear Deck join code is SXICC, sick. Stoic X-rays inspect confused carrots. Yeah, if I was a carrot, I might be confused. I don't know. Never been a carrot. It's kind of hard to be a carrot, especially if you're human. All right, so I'm going to start. So this is, I'm going to start every Pear Deck I do with this, just so we can check in and so we can see how each other are feeling, because now that we're all separated and not in the same room where we can kind of look at each other and read our facial expressions and go, hey, why are you feeling down today? You can express yourself this way. And I figure it'll help keep us connected and together, which is kind of cool. All right, I'm gonna hide a few of my panels so they're not in the way. There we go. Let's see how we're doing today. Oh, cool. Nice to see the flags on the chill cat instead of the stressed dude or dudette. Uh-oh, some people are moving. And the stars are going, wow, we've got a lot of different emotions going on right now. So pick the one that truly represents how you feel in the next 3, 2, and 1. All right, so we got a bunch of happy people. We got some sad, angry, worried. I mean, this is definitely a time for worrying, excited, and silly. Yeah, this is wild to be going through this, being out of school. Because if you think about it, if you don't go back to school till, what is it, September, that's like almost 6 months. And you're learning this way, where, you know, I've been reading your feedback on the Google Forms I've put out, and people are distracted, struggling with all the things you can do at home or can't, and not being at school where you've got a teacher right there and you've got your teammates next to you who can help. So yeah, believe me, we're all feeling the same. Hashtag we're all in this together, right? So if you haven't checked your Classcraft message, remember every day, check it. I do the random event, and I've got the, tomorrow's the last day of this, Survive the Sound, and I'm gonna show you this live today, day 4. We lost a lot of fish, but look, right there, this is the finish line, right? Whoever picked Jaws, Jaws is the closest to the finish line from our team. So good choice picking Jaws. And whoever picked Utilifish, you're also doing very well in second place. Utilifish is 36 miles away from that finish line. Jaws is 21 miles away. We had a lot of fish die. My cyanfish is still alive, but is way down there by Olympia. 144 miles away from that finish line. So I don't think he's going to make it, but maybe he'll survive. I wish I could find out. Let's see who this one is. Oh yeah, Anthony's King Tony from that restaurant in Seattle. That one's still alive, but pretty far away. If you click on all fish, you can see 4 fish cross the finish line. So they are the winners, and habitat is really close to our Utilifish. This is really exciting. I put a video on Google Classroom so you could see and learn how they do this. They actually put a tracker on these fish. And the video that I put up there is finding that, you know, as you could probably guess, a lot of these little fish are dying at the Hood Canal. And what they've learned is they're getting eaten by seals. Half the fish that get to the Hood Canal die. So it's a bit crazy right now for those poor fish. All right, so I see people having different reactions here. PC glitching, oh no. Silly and chill, poor sick fish. Yeah. So one of the things this shows us is that a lot of fish don't make it out to sea. And those that do make it out to sea, think of all the dangers they face out there. And it's going to take them 2 to 3 years before they come back and spawn. So let's check in. I'm going to lock your screens. I'm going to see what you drew. All right, this could be good. This could be bad. Let's lock. And let's see. Oh, wait, I got somebody else coming in. Oh, Leland's coming in. All right. But let's try to look at them individually, because this is what it looks like, all your drawings together. Yeah, that's quite a mess. Oh, and those of you who've been following, you know, when you click on a fish, it shows you the path they took, because there's a live tracker in that fish. So we got oof. We got a fish picture there. Got some deleted responses. We got a lot of just wild drawings here. There we go. All right. Now, I want to do a little bit of review on some of the assignments we've had so far. If you've done Thinking Like a Scientist, and as a matter of fact, I think I have a poll for that. Let me bring up my polling feature. Oops, not that. Don't look at that one yet. Let's see, where's my poll? I've got there. I want to see how people are doing with Think Like a Scientist, because that one's like a couple of weeks old now. But it's important that you do Think Like a Scientist Classcraft Quest assignment, because that one launches the climate change one, which a lot of people agreed this is very relevant. I mean, we may be dealing with coronavirus, but that doesn't make all the other problems with our world go away, like water pollution we've been learning about, and climate change. Got to learn about those so you know how to deal with it. So 70% of you have voted, 19 out of 27. I'm going to give you a few more seconds to vote. And of course, at the same time, you're also answering the question on, is this real? So while I'm waiting for the poll to get finished, an article came out. This is from Britain. Derbyshire is somewhere in Britain, and they found the remains of an actual fairy. And this went viral, of course. People were like, oh my goodness, evidence that fairies do exist. So the question is this real? I'm going to end the poll. And if you can check Zoom for a moment, you can see where your classmates are. 10 people are done with Think Like a Scientist. 6 are working on it. And 5 said, I haven't started it yet. I'll get to it today. And no, I'm not kidding. Really, do it today. I've got videos on there that help you. So make sure you watch the videos and it'll show you what to do. It's almost like I'm right there. Okay, almost. Not exactly. All right. So let's see. I'm going to lock your screens there. And look at that. 5 people are like, it has to be. I'm looking at it. And 13 of you said, no way. That can't be real. Well, shortly after the article went out, they proved it was a hoax. Of course, it's a hoax. Somebody made that thing and took a picture of it. And you can touch up on pictures and make anything look super real. So those of you, spoiler, if you haven't done Think Like a Scientist, this is a huge spoiler. It's about hoaxes and the way that internet and things you get on social media trick you, fool you. And I didn't even get into phishing scams where they try to get your password. They seem like they're from the company your parents actually have accounts with, and they sound desperate. Your account will be closed if you don't put your password in and reset it. Then they've got you. Or they ask for a credit card. Boom, they drain your parents' credit card of all the money. And then there's YouTube video deep fakes. Look it up. They can make people do things on videos that didn't happen in real life. So you can't even believe what you see there. It's crazy. So yeah, it looks really good, but it was made, handcrafted by a person. So the next one is this real. This is Hercules, a dog, a mastiff that was that huge, horse-sized dog. This came out and also went viral. People share it, and then other people share it on Facebook, on Snapchat, on Twitter, on everything. Instagram, I think it went huge on there. So what do you think about this one? Oh yeah, Anya put about the crap test. It's not crap. Don't worry, I won't say crap. Crap is not an appropriate word. So you won't hear me say crap. Don't worry about that. This is the crap test. But it's really good because it makes you think about what you can do to find out if something you're reading is real. I mean, you're doing research for yourself or for a class, and if you use a fake site, that's embarrassing. Plus, then if you share it on your blog or something, it's too late. Even if you take it down, it already did the damage. And some of you put in the discussion forum on this Quest assignment on Classcraft, one of the things you do, if you look it up, make sure it's real. If you can find 2 or 3 websites that say something is real, chances are it's real. All right, so I'm gonna lock you. And let's see, so 7 of you are like, of course it's real. I'm seeing it with my own eyes. 11 of you are like, no way, dogs don't get that big. That can't be real. It must be a hoax. Well, this one's a little weird. Let me go back here. So this one might just be real. All right, I did a little digging, and at first it went all over the place saying this is a hoax, that's not a real dog, it's photoshopped. But here's what happened after that. They found another picture, this time from behind. Look at the shadows. Okay, here's what we don't know. We don't know how tall that horse is. We don't know how tall those people are. They could be short. And then they found this picture. Now look at the gentleman's arm, the horse's face. Now the horse's face, I don't know, looks a little weird. I was checking that out going, was the horse really cut like that? But the way the shadows are and it's really hard to Photoshop a dog in there just like that. And then they found this picture and they were wondering, oh, is that the same guy just, you know, fully grown his little chin beard there into a goatee? So this one might just be real. Maybe that Mastiff just got abnormally huge. So again, I'm not 100% sure either because I found a website that said it was a hoax. And then I found another one that gave some good evidence that this might just be real. So isn't that wild? This could be real. That could be a giant Mastiff that just got way too big. So moral of this is check your resources and truly, truly, truly don't believe everything you read on the internet or even you see on YouTube. And that's the whole purpose of that assignment. Before we do climate change, you have to learn how to verify your sources and make sure you're getting real data. Yeah, Great Danes are big too. Hey, isn't Scooby-Doo a Great Dane? They got a new Scooby-Doo movie coming out. Is it a movie or a show? I don't know, it looks good. I'm sorry, I love Scooby-Doo. Always have since I was a kid. Scooby-Doo's a cool dog. Okay, so once you finish that one, so if you go to your quests, by the way, those of you who've been here recently, I love how they touched up and made the quest islands beautiful. I am so glad because I was not happy with that change, but they're looking a lot better right now. So you see, if you finish Think Like a Scientist, which you have to, that's what unlocks climate change. So this is why it's important to finish this one first. And then like I show here, you'll unlock climate change. And then climate change is just learning. I want you to learn as much as you can. And I've got videos. Those videos are great. I've been showing it to 6th graders for years and it is a hit. They're really good. If you haven't watched them yet, trust me, you'll like them. And those of you that have watched them, you know, right? They are super good. So speaking of which, let's do a quick poll on Zoom. If you could get to Zoom, let's see how many of you are already on climate change. All right, the votes are coming in. Yeah, 16 have voted. That's 59%. 17. All right. Ooh, Keegan's coming in. All right. And Kane. Woohoo. Hello, Keegan and Kane. Welcome, guys. Hey, I'm glad you made it. Looking forward to having you guys here today. If you just joined us, we've got a poll, real quick poll on Zoom. And right now, everyone has got Zoom on one tab and another tab for a pair deck we're doing. So if you can get exit out of full screen, you'll be able to do this. I'm going to end the polling and show you how you all are doing. So you can see 6 people, whoa, 6 people are done with climate change. It's very doable. You know, there's a lot of videos on there, but I did that on purpose because I wasn't going to make one 1 hour long video. That would kill you. Death by YouTube from your teacher. I can't be responsible for that. So I chunked it to keep it short. So watch 2 to 3 a day. Get your notes. And those of you who have turned them in, you've got great notes. I've really been enjoying reading your notes and seeing that you are learning this stuff. 6 of you are working on it. Keep going. Great job. And 12 of you, you'll start today or tomorrow. Yeah, but you got to finish Think Like a Scientist first. So way to go. I mean, I got to commend you guys. You're doing what nobody has done since 1918 during the Spanish flu. That was the last time a pandemic like this swept the world and people were quarantined. And imagine back then, there was no distance learning like this. Everybody had to do some kind of paper packet work. So you're lucky that you can do stuff like this and have technology to help you through it. Yeah, so you guys are doing amazing. Hang in there and do your work, because you got to keep your brain focused on your school subjects. So you do everything. You do what you love to do at home, and you know you got to get out today and get some sun, right? We're gonna have record heat this weekend, so get out there, social distance, have fun, but at the same time learn all your stuff. What I got here is, this is what the playlist looks like, and you can see I tried to keep them. Some of them I had to go over 4 or 5 minutes. I'm sorry. It was not a good place to stop it, so I kept it that way. But these are awesome topics, and you will be so educated about climate change that if anybody tells you climate change is a hoax, you can say, excuse me? Well, let me tell you about fossil fuels. Let me tell you about how long carbon dioxide stays in the air. Let me tell you about how much there is now more than ever. And they've got data going back hundreds of thousands of years from ice cores, because they don't change. But they're changing now, right? Am I right? So you got this. And I've got those resources, and you message me on Classcraft with any questions. And always remember, you can turn it in. I'll read through it and I'll know where to help you. Once I see your work, I can tell where you need help, if you need help, or I can just let you know you're on the right track. And sometimes that's all it takes to let you know we're on the right track. Ooh, I see on the chat room, somebody's talking about the killer bees. Are you talking about those big ones from where is it, Japan? So, okay, let me get this straight. We got coronavirus, which is highly infectious, keeping us all quarantined in our homes. We've got problems that have been here for a long time, like pollution and climate change. And now on top of that, oh yeah, the Africanized killer bees were made in a lab, and a queen got out, and they went all the way from Brazil up and invaded the United States because they had no predators. And they're horrible. And now we've got those super Asian hornets that are huge, and a bunch of them can kill people. Yes, I can see why some people are worried. There's a lot to be worried about. Yeah, 2 inches long. I mean, I'm even afraid of little yellow jackets. I see them coming and I run. Can you imagine seeing 2-inch hornet coming at you? I mean, that's like blowing my mind. So I guess it's kind of cool that we're quarantined, because, yeah, right, I know some of you are out there. I see you riding your bikes and stuff. Way to go. Got to get exercise. So, yeah, no, I hear you. So let's do another check-in here. Some of you have started climate change. Put in a few words about what you learned that you didn't already know. Because come on, you couldn't have known it all, so you must have learned something new. And for those of you who are like, I haven't started it yet, well, share something you've learned about pollution during your hydrodynamics research, because I want to review a little bit about that. I think I told you guys this story. When I was in my 20s, I got this part-time job being a mascot for a plastic bottle. Yeah. Plastic recycling peat. It was a recycling thing, so it wasn't all bad. But I used to wear the costume of recycling Pete, and the slogan was "Plastic is fantastic." I know, yours truly, guilty as charged. I used to go to schools, and we did a radio show. So plastic, it is used a lot. So we know it's out there and it's not going away. The problem is it shouldn't be in our oceans. It shouldn't be in our birds. Shouldn't be in our fish. It shouldn't be in our streets. So that's what we got to deal with. All right, so I'm seeing your answers coming in. Ooh, let me share some of these because they're looking really good. Like I'm telling you, you guys, you're doing amazing. The fact that you have so much on your plates and you can do it. I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it happen. CO2 stays up in the air for 100 years. That's the fact that I think it's the most, I don't even know the word for it. It's just the scariest, because right now people are saying, hey, everybody's quarantining. There aren't that many cars on the road. Isn't that helping? A little bit. Because the stuff that's already out there, which is over 400 parts per million, is going to be there for 100 years. Hurting the fish we eat, I have learned that's ruining the world. Oh, somebody knew most of it. Wow, I'm impressed. Have you watched all the videos, knew most of it? Because there's a lot of important information there. We just don't only recycle plastic. And think about it, even if we recycle plastic, it's still here. So you recycle it, package food with it, for example. Somebody opens the food, you recycled it, but it's still here. Ooh, somebody wrote, greenhouse gases, including carbon dioxide, methane, and water vapor, trap heat in the Earth's atmosphere and warm the planet. Yeah, it's not just carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is just the one we've got the most of up there. And a little bit is good. If we were down to 300 parts per million, yeah, that keeps us from going into an ice age. So it's good. We just have too much. Somebody wrote 50% of all the CO2 that we put in the air is by burning fossil fuels. And I hope you all realize we don't have to burn fossil fuels. We've got renewable sources of energy. It's just that the oil companies, they're powerful. They make a lot of money, and that means they've got power. Okay, so that makes a big difference. And somebody's learned about what comes after climate change, which is ocean acidification. And that one's scary because most of our planet is covered by what? Oceans, seawater. And this extra carbon in the air is making the ocean more acidic. And you're going to learn about that. I've got some great videos for you. Yeah, this sucks. I agree. Oh, somebody watched all the videos. You are awesome. Plastic is going down because we're not littering. Yeah, not as much. Oh, cool. All right, so I'm going to give you a few more seconds to type a response, and thank you for those who have been sharing. And if you didn't get a chance to share, I will put this in student pace mode, so you can come back to it later. I know it's really good to have this. So 3, 2, and 1. All right, next slide. Now, plastic pollution. I know this is back from hydrodynamics, but I want to revisit it because it's everywhere. I've got this video here, which is pretty cool, and it's got kids, but this is in Hawaii, and watch why I picked this one.
It's just floating out there, and all these animals are being hurt by it. Today, there's so much plastic that you cannot go to a beach without seeing trash.
This Hawaii is my Hawaii. The meaning of Malama Honua really is, Malama means to care for something, to cherish something. Honua, if you translate it from our language, means our earth. In a deeper sense, Malama Honua is about caring for that piece of earth where you come from, wherever that place is that you call home.
It breaks my heart that our islands here are just like a filter for all this plastic pollution that's in the ocean.
Even though a lot of it's winding up in Hawaii because of the currents, it's the whole world that's throwing away plastic.
A water bottle, plastic packages, netting,
Plastic utensils.
part of a car.
We also found black styrofoam.
People in Hawaii throw away over 50,000 pounds of polystyrene, of styrofoam, every single day.
Hawaii as a state is the highest per capita user of styrofoam.
It's next to impossible to recycle styrofoam. It's just economically infeasible.
The reason why it's so detrimental is because it finds its way up the ocean food chain.
Fish eat styrofoam thinking it's other food, and they get not only the styrofoam from their bodies, but chemicals that have been absorbed onto it. We eat the fish that have eaten styrofoam.
If a turtle swallows plastic, it can get caught in the intestines, it can block food, it can cause the turtle to starve to death.
Albatrosses go out to sea to get food for their chicks. They come back and give the plastic to their chicks, and the chicks die from having all the plastic in their stomachs instead of real food. This all comes from albatross regurgitating it up. This is styrofoam.
This is fishing line.
I didn't know they'd think fishing line was food.
So what we choose to do is really going to determine what our future is going to be like. Whether you get to see healthy turtles, whether you get to see a healthy ocean.
We can do something about this. This soon will be our world, and we're going to have to protect it.
The main stuff that styrofoam is actually used in is takeout boxes. There's no reason to have styrofoam.
All of this talk about, oh, it's not plate lunch if you don't have it in styrofoam. That is nonsense. Plate lunch is if it's cheap, if it tastes good, and if you can take it away, fine.
It all comes back to us.
It's really important to make new decisions and change our daily behavior.
We are linked together. That whether you're from Hawaii, whether you're from Miami, Florida, we're all connected on this place that we all call home. And it's up to each one of us, wherever we are, to care for that place. It's our responsibility to care for our home.
5.3 trillion. So we know that when I think one of the videos I showed in class mentioned that more plastic than animals in the ocean. And oh, this is just serious. So take a moment and reflect or try to remember some of the negative consequences of plastic pollution that were addressed in the film. And, you know, I know a bunch of you who have done your PSA or are working on your PSA are tackling the problem of plastic pollution. And I'm still sharing those the posts that get featured on the 6th grade World Solutions blog, I keep going on Twitter and sharing them. And Camden, yours is still at the top with, last time I checked, it had over 70 views. And I think everybody's got at least 2 comments. I think Logan, you have 3. So if you haven't read your own, the comments you got, you have to go on the 6th grade World Solutions blog, not your personal blog. Because I can share one blog easily, but I can't share every student's individual blog. That's too time consuming. That would be like my only job. And by the way, that's what social media people do. That's their job, is trying to get whoever they work for out there so they can make money. All right, so I'm going to share the responses because they're coming in. Yep. Yeah, and you saw the pictures of all those birds. They had so much plastic in their body. The fact that plastic doesn't go away, it's what amazes me. Yeah, they eat the plastic and they're still starving because it's not food. And styrofoam, oh my goodness. And then we eat the fish with the chemicals. Yep. Killing animals. Isn't it sad that plastic is bad because we use it for so many things? That's the worst part of all. It's bad, but oh my goodness, we need it. I hate to admit it, but we use it for so much. How can we stop? What can we do? Yeah, so we're hurting the oceans, filling it with plastic. And when you get to ocean acidification, you'll find out, yeah, carbon dioxide is also changing the oceans and hurting it, which isn't good. Bad. They could get constipation. They really are constipated. It's not good, people. It's not good. All right, I'm gonna lock you in a few. Ooh, let's do a 30-second countdown because that's always good. You know exactly how much time you have. All right. Thank you all for your thoughtful responses. So this is the part that really sticks out. Almost every piece of styrofoam ever produced is still out there, somewhere on our planet, somewhere in our oceans. So reflect on that statement. If we are able to start collecting the plastic out of the ocean, what do we do with it? Maybe some of you made a prototype or came up with a solution of what to do with this plastic. I know I've heard from some of you, and I hear this from 6th graders. This is a very popular solution to climate change, is make something that does what trees do, which is filter the carbon dioxide out of the air and then stores it somewhere. Of course, then we got to do something with that stored carbon, which trees are nice because, they give out oxygen, which they're doing right now because they've got sun and water from the rains we've gotten. So right now they're taking carbon out of the air, putting oxygen into the air. So that was a big one that 6th graders are like, we just need somebody to invent it. So what do we do with the plastic then? Remember what I said, even if you recycle it, it's still here. Ooh, here's some answers that are coming in. Whoa, no way, I didn't mean that. Sorry, my bad. Recycle it. We aren't recycling because it's more costly than to keep making plastic bottles and items from petroleum. Well, that's true. Recycling is more expensive, which doesn't make sense. See, if we recycled every bit of plastic, couldn't we stop making more? Yes. So recycling will work if we stop making more. Now burn it. Okay, yeah, burning it is an idea, but do you really want that toxic plastic chemical in the air, breathing it? That's the problem. How can we burn it or get rid of it or dissolve it in a way that maybe makes it into its elements and not, there we go, with the sun? Then we get into how do you afford that? Sure, people have thought of this before. Build garbage spacecrafts that you put all the garbage and just send it to the sun. Until that becomes financially feasible, meaning we could afford to do it, it just ain't gonna happen. But, you know, talk to Elon Musk. Let him know, hey, Elon, build some disposable ships that we could send to the sun with all our garbage. Don't make plastic, but make it out of something that decomposes. Yeah, how many of you have seen those plastic utensils that you can compost? We should make more stuff like that. They even have cardboard. So we've got, like, you buy takeout food, which, you know, you got to do now because you can't eat in a restaurant. You buy takeout food, right? And then you put it in, you use utensils that you can compost, and you put it in a cardboard box that you can compost. So here you go, you eat, you finish, you go put that stuff in your garden. I know, isn't that brilliant? Yeah, the machine that floats on water and catches plastic and puts it in bins. Still got to do stuff. Reuse it into art. Yes. Ooh, brilliant idea. You saw how the kids in the video made that art? If you keep that artwork forever, it's not in a landfill. It's not in a gut of a fish or a bird. We got space. Feed it to the fungi. Yeah, we got that plastic eating fungi. We need more of those. So excellent. Make it into paint. That's interesting. What a great idea. Because you paint something, the paint is still there. Go with that. That could be it. That could be something. You should blog about that. By the way, in between ocean acidification and climate change assignments, there's one called ACE Dot, and that's where you're going to share what an idea like that on your blog. And that's an idea I would love to feature. And the mushroom one, let's go with that. Why aren't people making more of those machines that they can put the mushroom in there and it decomposes or eats the plastic? We need that. Yes. All right. I'm going to lock your screens. Don't get mad. Or get mad. It's okay. Be mad. All right. Oh, I got to do this. So you've got some choices there. Why don't you circle or check, or however you want to point out which one of these you can make. So you've got stop using plastic utensils, recycle whenever you can, reduce your use of single-use plastic such as straws. Or are you going to buy takeout that uses styrofoam packaging? Spoiler, only drink water from single-use water bottles? Spoiler. Let's watch this one live. Oh yeah, good. Some of you are circling the right ones. Ooh, somebody checked off the 2. There's 2 in there that are not good choices. Ooh, somebody just put a big red blob on one of the boo-boo choices. Seeing some ideas in the chat room too. Yeah, grind up the plastic really fine, put it into metal. That way it's stuck there. I like your thinking. No, excellent. Now you've got it. All right, looking good, my people. I'm gonna lock ya. It's coming in 3, and 2, and 1. Sorry. Okay. Now, I want to talk about Easter eggs for a moment. They're not really Easter eggs, but you know, they kind of are, because like every now and then, and Avery, I'll get to you in a moment. Thank you for raising your hand. Very nice. But you can put it in the chat room, and I'll check it and I'll have the chat. Let me put my chat room up so I can see what Avery has to say. Whoa, my chat room just full screened. The way Classcraft is working, if you don't finish one assignment, you don't unlock the next one, and it could be something fun. Because I do like to give you choices. So you have more than one choice of what you can do. If you don't want to work on Legends, or what's that one? The game ones. Legends of Learning. Yeah, you can work on a GimKit, or you can work on a Kahoot. Plus, I've got a whole bunch of GimKit quizzes that some of you have tried more than one. I've got a bunch of Kahoots, but I like to change it up. You know, don't want to get bored doing the same thing. So I posted this on Google Classroom, not on Classcraft. And a few of you found it, and you tried the quizzes. I just tried it for the first time. Quizzes sounds cool. It was fun. I actually did it with the whole elementary yesterday. I had them take the same one that's on here. Also, if you look through the quests, you'll find things like, how many of you have seen this? I took the responses that you guys put on that advice Google form, and I thought, you know what? I went back to that Pear Deck where many of you shared your schedules, and I picked some schedules that were really awesome, and I put them on here. Because if you don't have a schedule, look what other 6th graders are doing. Having a schedule, being organized, having routine, as it says here, is a great way to start. I also shared a bunch of yours. I didn't get everybody, so I'm sorry if I didn't get you. What you're dealing with right now. So you can see we're not in this alone. We're all in this together. And look, I made a word cloud of it. I love word clouds, people. The words that show up the most are the biggest. Big word, distraction. And here's a picture to remind us of what we used to do. And then it ends with advice. So this is kind of like an Easter egg because you could have missed it and you didn't know it was there. Oh, and yeah, that's where I shared the last, it's gotten more. Help Save SpongeBob is over 70 now. But look at this one from last year, dealing with dangerous algae. It's still getting views, and I'm not sharing it anymore. It's getting it on its own. So that's pretty cool. Microplastics was in 3rd place, then oil spills, and then Have Dirty Water. And I've got a link right here to that blog with, of course, me. And if I didn't see you in Miss Berg's Zoom, happy Star Wars Day. I know it's over, but so what? It's really cool. All right, so let me take a question now. Avery, you are unmuted.
Okay, so I had this thought the other day about, since we were just talking about Elon Musk, and I was like, you know, we've been working on this climate change thing, and to make energy, you have to burn fossil fuels, and fossil fuels are bad for the planet. So to have cars that are electric, they still have to burn fossil fuels. So it's really no difference.
Not if they're electric. I mean, if they're hybrid, then yes. But if they're full 100% electric, what it shows in one of the videos is if you're charging the car in your house and your house is from a power plant that burns oil, then you're right. You're getting it that way. But if, like I know here in Jefferson County, most of our power is like 80% was renewable, clean. So if you charge your electric car here, you are almost totally not using fossil fuels. And if you had solar panels, you'd be 100% no burning fossil fuels. All right, let's hear from Anya. You're unmuted.
Wouldn't the world be really good if everything was used with renewable energy?
Yeah, because then we could deal with getting rid of the carbon that's in the air, and global warming would be reduced, and we'd stop having all those negative effects of climate change, like extreme weather that we've been seeing lately. So it would be really good for the planet. It would save the planet. And humans have saved the planet before. When I was first started teaching, it was in the early 90s, and when I was in college and high school, we were using chemicals that were destroying the ozone layer, and it was putting a hole in the ozone layer at the very top of our atmosphere, letting in dangerous radiation from the sun that could kill us. And we were worried that that was going to get so big we wouldn't be able to live on the surface of our planet. But guess what? Companies made different chemicals, and it was in aerosols. Anything you spray used to have chlorofluorocarbons, which destroys ozone, and we fixed it. The ozone is back. We fixed it, and we can fix this because we can. We just have to do it. So coming up, I heard loud and clear from a survey I put out. I think 32 of you took the survey, and 29 of you are like, I can play Minecraft, and I'm willing to do science stuff on Minecraft Education Edition. Here's why I chose Education Edition. It's free. And sixth graders already have accounts. A few of you don't, but I'm having our tech guy make you accounts, but almost every single sixth grader has an account for Minecraft Education Edition. My homeroom class used it, so they know their accounts, but the rest of you, I can show you yours once I get it going. But I'm going to share some of these awesome worlds with you where you can do some activities, and we'll have a building challenge so you can do science, learn stuff, and have fun. And if you don't like Minecraft, try it, because what a fun way to do science in a game, okay? And then we can share it. The way that these challenges have been shared is on Flipgrid. With Flipgrid, you can record yourself taking a tour of your Minecraft creation or what you've learned, which is really cool. So that's coming up, if not next week, the week after, but I need more people to finish climate change so I can feel good about starting that, because some of you are behind on climate change, you're behind on your PSA, and now you're going to get new stuff. I don't want you to get too overwhelmed, just a little bit, right? So know that this is coming up, and I'm excited. So let's see how we're doing here. We've got one person, I'm in. I just need to download Minecraft Education, and it's free. Remember, you don't have to pay for this one like you do for Java. 5 people are in and they already have it. 2 people can't download it. Yeah, if you have a Chromebook, you can't. Not Education Edition. So we've got people at different places. 10, 12 people have voted on the Pear Deck, and that's where we're at. So what I'm gonna do now, let me bring up I got rid of my video. Oh, there's my video. I got rid of my video panel, and then I was like, how do I get it back? I'm going to lock it. I'm going to stop sharing, and I'm going to, in a moment, if you have any other questions, raise your hand, because that concludes our presentation today, and I can end it with unmuting everybody and just having everybody say hey to each other and all that stuff. So you're ready for, oh wait, Nigel has a hand up. Let me find, if you could raise your hand on the Zoom, then I can find you quicker. Otherwise I have to scroll way down. Oh, that's Riley. Riley has her hand up too, and Riley's up here. So I'm gonna unmute Riley first because I see her. Then Nigel. Go Riley.
Okay, so
technically turtles can't die from getting a straw up their nose because the straw has a hole in it. See?
Well, maybe that's not what kills them. Yeah, it could be, but I don't know about you. I don't want to breathe through a straw. Ow, that sounds painful.
Yeah, so
Yeah, thank you for sharing that. That's crazy. All right, Nigel, you're unmuted.
So I don't even know if he have access to it.
If you have a Mac or a PC running Windows 10, you can download it and install it. It's just a program.
The one at Dad's is a really old Ubuntu. That's what I'm currently using. And here it's a ThinkPad. So.
Ooh, I don't know about Ubuntu. If they have a
really
version.
Old.
Yeah, see, they have Mac and Windows, but not Ubuntu. And on your ThinkPad, does it run Windows 10?
It's a Microsoft actually, but I think it can use. I don't really know.
It's worth a shot because then you can do some cool stuff. Because yeah, there's a lot of great worlds I can share with you all on Minecraft. All right, we got Sequoia. You're on. Oh, now you're on. Sorry. No, you got muted again. Oh, well, let me unmute everybody. Give you a few seconds to have some fun.
Wait, there's still a bunch that don't have sound.
I lost them. I can't shoot them.
Oh my god. Everybody.
Whoa, that blue light is cool.
So, Ashton,
hi, Peyton.
Camden, Carter, and Ethan.
Keegan, I see Keegan.
Does
And
Camden still go to our school?
As well as Carter,
I know, I
Ethan,
miss school.
Emily, R, Tanner, and Tristan.
Okay, I'm confused. Does Camden still go to school or not? I thought he moved already.
Who?
There's 4 people left.
Yeah, people are leaving. Yeah, go enjoy the sun if you can get out. Hopefully you live somewhere where there aren't a lot of people.
I'm not going outside. Don't care what anybody says. I'm not going outside.
Oh, hey, you don't have to go outside, but you got to get some exercise, move around, get the blood flowing.
I have to chase after my sisters. Is that enough exercise?
Maybe.
There's 2 people left.
For 2 days straight. Sort of.
Participation. Ramia still says everybody's here.
They're over here.
I've got, oh yeah, it says 23.
What's that?
Doesn't look like 23.
Are you on this? So you're just watching? Where'd they go? They're gonna kill me.
Yeah, Camden, the meeting's over. I'm just letting people say hi and
Okay, there actually are 23 people.
Oh, this is why I never.
cool. So I'm going to end the meeting. Say bye-bye, everybody. Thank you for coming.
Bye.
It's only human interaction because I don't get to see my family as human.